All right, so it's Tuesday. Join me. We're going to roll through today's latest sneaker news updates, which today we're going to start with a little business talk, right? We're talking DSG, aka Dick's Sporting Goods, which recently they dropped their quarterly financial report. And if you recall, not too long ago, DSG was involved in this big multi-billion-dollar acquisition of Foot Locker, right? So not only did they let us know that they have named a new president for Foot Locker International, but they're also going to be taking the decisive actions to clean out the garage, right? So they're going to be clearing unproductive inventory. They're also going to be closing underperforming stores and laying the foundation for a fresh start in 2026. Now, I know a lot of people are going to jump to conclusions. You'll probably see some headlines on YouTube talking about Foot Locker is closing, but that doesn't actually turn out to be the case, right? Rather, just a few locations will be shutting down. So let's say, for example, you live by one of these malls that don't really get a lot of foot traffic, or let's say your local Foot Locker isn't too busy, right? That's low-key one of these shops that come 2026 may no longer be available, right? So that kind of sucks, for people, they were fans of their local locations. But as far as for Nike, this is great news, being as that they are one of their biggest partners, right? We're talking about DSG and Foot Locker, one of their biggest retail partners. The good thing about them shutting down some of these unproductive stores is that eventually they probably will be replaced, like in the future, with like a DSG or something like that. So we'll see how it all plays out. But again, like let's say you got one of these Foot Lockers in your area that's kind of slow, they're not doing too much business. That joint may be closing down coming up here real soon. Now we got a first look here at the Converse Shea 1. These are winter red, which if you can't tell by now, this is going to be the big Christmas release for this brand new debut basketball silhouette. Now, as far as the design language right here, they decided to just go all red with these joints. And rather than doing something different, switching up the color paneling, they decided to just hit us with the green on the zipper as well as with the logo right here. So that's an interesting design choice. I mean, at least you got the Christmas colors of green and red on there. And when you talk about this sneaker, right, I always compare them to some of the other new debut basketball models, the AE2 from Adidas, as well as the Ja 3, although they are both under the Nike umbrella. These are all brand new debut signature basketball models, all coming in at a competitive, affordable price, around $130. So here's a look at the AE2 Christmas joints, which we've seen these previously. These have like a split theme, mixed match. You got the one side green, the other red. Those are cool. And then here you got the Ja 3, which low-key, these don't even look like a Christmas color, more something like a Jurassic Park edition or something like that as far as the color schemes. And as we take a look here at the NBA Christmas lineup, the schedule for the nationally televised games this year, we do got Shea and the OKC Thunder matching up against the Spurs. So that's going to be a good daytime game. And then at nighttime, we got finishing off the night, we got Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves, matching up against the Nuggets. But unfortunately absent from the Christmas Day lineup, the Memphis Grizzlies and Ja Morant. So you guys know they're going to miss that big, national spotlight. Unfortunately, they're going to be out the conversation. So if we're picking between the best Christmas release this year, right? While I'm a huge fan of the Shea 1, probably my favorite silhouette of the three. As far as the execution, I would have to give it to the AE2. I think there's a better look as far as a Christmas themed sneaker. But you guys know what to do. Jump in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about these joints. Now, we also got breaking news here. According to Soul Retriever, this is a look here at the upcoming Nike Air Max 95 Greedy, which is set to return this time, of course, in OG Big Bubble form. The last time we saw this sneaker debut, 2015, so back for the very first time. And these are pretty much just like a what the release, right? A mashup of various iconic Air Max 95. So it's a cool concept, not for everybody, including myself, which personally I really don't like these what the mix mashups and all that good stuff. And yesterday somebody was saying in the comments, right, that I'm like too negative, but it's like, bruh, what do you want me to do? Like sit up here and sugarcoat, say everything's clean, like say everything's dope? Like, nah, I don't watch other people for their opinions. I'm confident in my opinions, and just because I don't like some or like some, remember, it's my opinion, right? That's why I always ask you guys to jump in the comments and let me know what you think, right? It's not all about what I think, but to kind of get the whole gauge of the community and how everybody's feeling, right? But of course, I'm gonna share my 2 cents, right? Or maybe I should just keep my mouth shut if I don't like some. Now, speaking of 95s, we also got official images here of the undefeated Air Max 95, which you got in the black as well as a white version. This is essentially a remake of the classic 97s, this time on the 95. So we got a little preview of these, a soft launch out at Complex Con, and here's the official look at the sneakers, which are set to drop coming up this holiday for a retail of $200. Now on top of that, we also got the raffle, which has just went live for the new Zellerfield Air Max 95,000, which you guys know about the Air Max 1000, right? The first all 3D printed sneaker from Nike, teaming up with Zellerfield. With this take on it, they're kind of infusing, you know, the iconic color scheme for the Air Max 95. Also throwing the big bubble in this joint right here. So a really cool take, kind of blending the past with the present. You know, these Air Max 90 or 1000s have been sought after due to the fact that they've been real scarce, difficult to get your hands on. As far as this release, though, it looks like they will be raffling these off. I believe this is actually through Equal. So at the time of this recording, guys, got about 3 more days if you're looking to secure these joints, which retail for just under $250. And with this sneaker, right, let's just call them the Air Max 1000, right? While I love what they're doing, they're taking things into the future. I don't think 3D printing is going to be going away anytime soon or anything like that. But as far as this sneaker, right, the Air Max line is so legendary, from the Air Max 1, the 90s, the 95s to the 97s. Do y'all feel like, say, 10, 20 years from now, people are going to be looking at the Air Max 1000s or these 95,000s and putting them in the category of some of those past legendary models? It's just a question I wanted to ask. Just curious to know. But as far as this year, definitely one of the more exciting futuristic takes on the classic Air Max line. So not mad at these joints at all. Now moving right along here, we got the GOAT Nike Air Force One Dove for the University of Oregon. Right now with these pairs, right, you got this egg pair, you got the duck. No, this is the duck joints, these are the egg, right? Which they're not bad, right? I've seen these joints getting a lot of hate, right? I've been seeing people mad at these just because GOAT was out here sending free pairs to people. So I guess for the influencers that didn't get free pairs, they're a little bit pissed off. But I would say these are cool. Personally, if I could pick between one, I'm rocking here with the, I guess this is the egg pair. So not a bad looking shoe, some cool little details, including like the fat laces. You got the cracked egg right here on the back. And this is more of like a plush, furry type of Nike swoosh. So these joints ain't as bad as people are trying to make them out to be, right? So I thought this was gonna be the big grand finale for the whole GOAT Black Friday festivities and all that stuff, but apparently these joints are up a little bit early. So if you're looking to purchase these joints, $200 a pop. And speaking of GOAT Black Friday, right? Y'all know how they got them little crystal ball, which you gotta rub to reveal the different tarot cards. I finally figured out what it's all about. You literally gotta rub every single card throughout the day. So like, I think one of them pairs go live at they go live 3 different times throughout the day. So I finally did it yesterday. And once I rubbed all 3 cards, they gave me a little reward, right? So after all my hard work, bruh, they literally gave me a $5 credit, right? Which I ain't complaining, it's $5 is $5, but for me being glued to my phone, trying to like rub the little crystal ball to reveal the tarot cards, bro, like it definitely was not worth the $5. But I guess eventually down the line, you know, it'll go towards the purchase of something that I actually like. And then we got big news here as far as the Black Cat 4s, right? This Friday's big drop. There was some speculation as far as rumors of a lot of stock numbers. And looks like we got the word here from good old Uncle Chrissy, right? Our sneaker reseller analyst. It looks like we got 129,000 pairs, and that's just not the total stock, right? This is the amount of pairs which are going to be actually just dropping through the sneakers app alone. So as far as like worldwide, this is a release which probably could see well over like 200,000 pairs, you know, as far as the actual release, maybe even more. So as far as the drop, right, remember we were kind of debating if this one was going to be an instant sellout, if this is one which you got to put a lot of work into. Based off these numbers, I'm going to say that these joints are probably going to be sitting via the sneakers app, right? It's still a dope shoe. I think it doesn't take anything away from it, but like it is a similar number that we saw for the white cement 4s, and y'all saw what happened with them joints, right? Now, I'm not saying that they're going to be sitting for like a month or anything like that. I don't think these pairs are going to go on sale or anything. But with that much inventory, I could see it taking like maybe like a full day or at least a few hours to sell out. That's just my prediction. But, you know, I'm probably wrong about it. As far as in stores, right? Every place that sells Jordans, they're literally going to have these. There's going to be a whole bunch of stock to go around. So As far as resellers, you already know they're gonna be panic dumping these joints. They're not gonna have any resale. Once these drop, they'll probably be going for undervalue on the secondary market, but who really cares, right? It's all about just if you wanna get the shoes, to get them. And as far as the amount of stock, seems like this is one that you probably shouldn't have too many problems about, right? So that's great news for everybody looking to secure them joints. Friday, you can enjoy your Thanksgiving holidays, right? Eat it up good with the family, and then just go ahead and casually grab your joints the following day for Black Friday. And then lastly, before we bounce, remember the big rumors about Travis Scott rocking that Y3 jacket, right? Well, apparently, Trav, either he had no clue that Y3 was under the Adidas umbrella, or what I believe, he probably got that call, right? And not from like the president of Jordan Brand or somebody from like the marketing team or anything like that. I'm guessing he got the call from Black, right? Directly from MJ. He was probably like, Trav, bro, we see what's happening. They're playing with our name on Twitter. You better let them know, right? Or else you're getting a spanking tonight, bro. So he posted this joint right here on his Instagram stories, talking about know exactly how we rocking with a look at the upcoming Chase B Jumpman Jacks, right? So, Trav, what y'all think, man? You think he had no clue? Possibly there was some people saying that maybe he was trying to stir some things up, get a little leverage over at Jordan Brand. I feel like by him rocking a direct competitor would be like a breach of contract or something like that. I don't think they're gonna like penalize Trav or anything like that. But as far as that boy MJ, I would say he probably definitely made the call and was like, stop playing with my name. And this is the direct result. So Trav, it looks like he is Team Jumpman as far as those Adidas rumors. Seems like at this point, they're pretty much just rumors. So we'll see how if anything develops as far as that. But it looks like when you talk about Travis Scott releases, this is the next one up. I think originally we were getting reports that these were supposed to be dropping in October. So it'll be interesting to see if these drop before the year's end, right? Don't expect these to drop in November. Could be a big holiday, Christmas drop, or maybe something like that come next year, right? So Travis Scott, it looks like we can dead those Adidas rumors, at least for now, but I'm sure we'll probably hear about them again. So that's all I got for you guys. I appreciate everybody for tuning in here on this wonderful Tuesday, man. If you guys enjoyed this update, you can help support the channel. You know what to do. Just go ahead and smash that like button down below. Plus, once again, I gotta challenge everybody, right? If you're rocking with the channel, you mess with the content, or if you simply just rock with me, you haven't done so yet, consider subscribing. Come along for the journey, JATV. I'll catch you guys next time for the latest sneaker news and updates. In the meantime, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out, y'all. Love.